Okay, it's 40 years later, and here we are, not remembering much, but
But what little we can. Remember when we were starting out and we're going down that road and we're going 2 feet and stopping, and then maybe 5 feet and stopping, and 10 feet and stopping, and then you guys jumped out of the truck
that's right. Yep.
and went over to a farmer, and I think we were going along this way, and we would have had to circle back like that. That's what you found out from the farmer, though.
Yeah, we were in traffic. Now we're with 50 people, U-Haul truck,
Yeah.
3 cars, trailer,
Yeah.
motorcycle, and there's a line of traffic stopped for miles, and we say, we got to find a shortcut to get there. We'll be
Yeah.
here forever. Talk to this farmer. He says, yeah, here's what you got to do. Take this
Bingo.
dirt road,
Shortcut.
and sure enough, us and everyone else that started following us
Yeah.
end up getting in, and
That was a late Thursday afternoon, if I remember. Oh,
Yeah.
it was after dinner because the sun was starting to go down. So it
yeah,
was about
we had been on the road all day.
10 o'clock, I think we left.
Yeah.
Scituate, so.
But once we woke up, after a
Right.
long night, we woke up and decided that we wanted to get closer to the site, and so we ended up going down and found that
I
perfect
remember
spot.
being told that we wouldn't be able to get in there, and I remember
Right,
thinking,
and you said,
no
"Screw
way,
this."
no way, we'll get in there. It was hot in the morning, and everybody was kind of dragging. I mean, it was like 90 degrees
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it was humid and awful. Started setting up, and
Kind of circled the wagons, with
right,
the
exactly.
U-Haul and the cars, set up the
three
tent,
cars and the tents.
put
Yeah.
the campfire right in the middle.
And then we
you
found the plywood and the cement blocks that they were going to use for something, but we wound up using them instead and built a nice little fort. We wound up blowing away that next that next afternoon, but I remember just listening to Richie Havens and looking down, just seeing this little figure, but you could hear him.
Yeah,
Fantastic. And he was
unbelievable
just-
sound.
That's the first time I'd ever seen him, and he was just unbelievable. And then I remember when he got into Freedom, and come to find out he made the song up, but back at the time we didn't know that.
That's
And
right.
he just went on and on and on, and it was just fantastic.
Yeah, and the
I
first
remember.
act and
Yeah.
the sound system,
Yeah, yeah,
quality, and how powerful it was. It was
yeah. And I
it
was
was
way
something.
up back, and you could hear it perfect. I remember. But he was, like I say, he was a little tiny figure. And then I remember Santana being really good too. Santana
Yep.
was fantastic. They were really good. And 10 years after, I think that was Saturday night.
the band came on shortly
the
thereafter.
band, and then somebody else right after the band. It was really good
Yeah.
too.
A lot of good bands.
Yeah.
The highlight
You
of
know-
your trip was probably Hendrix.
Absolutely, absolutely. The next morning I remember, thinking the talk around the whole place was that Hendrix wasn't going to show, so everybody, most of the people left. There was only about 50,000 people left, and I remember we were getting ready to leave, and then all of a sudden somebody came running into the camp and said, "Hendrix is here, Hendrix is playing." And then all of a sudden we all beelined it. And we got close enough, we got to that tower,
Yeah.
and we started climbing the tower. And I remember looking down, and there was only a few of us. And then I watched Hendrix, and I'm looking out this way, and the next thing I look down, the thing is packed. There's about 90 people on it.
You can't forget about the quality and the quantity of the bands that were there, and the overall fun. I mean, it was pure fun.
I just went out last week and I bought Santana's. Santana's got a new little box set of music. It's got that first album that back at the time, Santana wasn't popular at all. And then after Woodstock, their album
That's
came
right.
out 3 months later. Their first album with it had the lion's head and all
Yeah.
the little people on the album that used to be weird. But it also, this little set has all the actual music that Santana did at Woodstock. And I mean, it's fantastic. And this is 40 years later, and I'm still buying it.
Yeah.
This is probably the 4th or 5th of that album that I bought. It started as an album, then became a cassette, and then became a CD, and now DVDs.
8-track for you too, probably.
No, I didn't do the 8-tracks. That's the one I skipped. Woodstock lives, absolutely,
Great.
absolutely. It's funny because I've had a lot of friends over the year. I'll mention something about music or going to a concert, and then they'll give me crap about Woodstock's over. It was years ago. It's no longer. Yeah, right. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It was big. It was a great
Good
time.
memories.
It was a great time. Yeah. really was.